p.m. I would like to call this meeting to order and ask that you please rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance from Ms. Salter.
Loving Heavenly Father, thank you for all that you have done, are doing, and shall do in our lives. Thank you, dear Lord, for yet another day for us to do your will. We come to you this hour asking for your blessings and help as we are gathered together. Guard our thoughts, our decisions, and hearts so that it glorifies you. We pray for guidance in the matters at hand and ask that you clearly show us how to conduct our work with the spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Give us the desires to find ways to excel in our work to take the city of Orange to new levels. Lead us so that we may work together in a way that is always pleasing to you. Lord, you are the name above all names, King of Kings, and we ask that you forever cover us and our families with your love, kindness, and mercy forever. Amen.
Amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Salter. We will now move on to item 3, motion. Motion finding that the advanced posting and notice requirements of Article 8.1200 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Orange, Texas have been met in relation to all minutes and pending ordinances and resolutions on this agenda, and that the reading of such items be confined to the captions as are agreed upon by the ordinances and resolutions. Do I have a motion? Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. McKenna? Aye. Ms. Salter? Aye. Mr. Childs? Aye. Ms. Hennigan? Aye. Mr. Birch? Aye. Motion passes. On to item 4, citizen comments. At this time, comments will be taken from the audience on any subject matter, whether or not that item is on the agenda. All comments are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes for each speaker, and your comments are appreciated. As the Texas Open Meetings Act does not allow the council to respond to items not listed on the agenda, your comments will be duly noted by the council and forwarded to the appropriate department for prompt consideration. A member of the audience that desires to speak during the City Council's consideration of any specific agenda item is requested to notify City staff prior to the start of the meeting. The first name that I have on my list is Ms. Kelly Case. Please come forward, state your name and address, and you have 3 minutes.
Hello, I'm Dr. Kelly Case, 46718 IH10 Winnie, Texas. And I'm happy to be here. If you go to the CDC's website, there's a tab at the top called One Health Initiative. And it states that our best community life, we take care of our environment, our people, and our animals. So today I'm pleased that with the care and concern of your Animal Control Department, Best Friends, a national organization, and different animal rescues and Bubble Pets Alive Rescue, that we have raised the live release rate this year in the City of Orange from 49% to 74%. But we need the City of Orange to help so that we can become no-kill city, meaning 9 out of every 10 dogs or cats that the city takes into their municipal shelter can come out alive. So the people of Orange need you to pass and change some ordinances. You need to start such programs as trap, neuter, and release of cats. Tell your animal control officers to vaccinate and deworm at intake, so rescues will come and save the animals' lives. That's where the biggest number of lives are saved, is that rescues come and pull the animals. But you also need a volunteer program that can allow fostering people to come in and work with the dogs, fall in love with them, take pictures, get them on social media, and increase adoptions within your animal shelter. I, along with Belmont Pets Alive, the Humane Society, PAWS, Tracy James, Anna's Angels, have saved 274 cats this year and over 200 dogs. But with your help, we can get the save rate up to 90%. It's only 15% more than we have done this year. But we do need you as City Council and the citizens of Orange to declare you want to strive toward no-kill and implement these changes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next on my list, I have Ms. Sherry Garcia.
Good morning. Sherry Garcia, 4110 Swallow Street in Orange. I went to Tractor Supply this weekend. We took 4 dogs. We got 2 adopted there. Everyone I talked to was in favor of a no-kill shelter. We got 3 pages of signatures of people that are very interested in making it a no-kill shelter. I'm sorry. Oh, I would like to suggest an advisory board. Like if we have people, I guess there's going to be an advisory board on this, and Dr. Kay be a member of that, if that's okay. And that's really all I have. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mr. David Valvory.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I too, like to say I support the no-kill and trap neuter return programs. And would like to see that continued on. Sherry has many more signatures than I have, but I'm also collecting signatures. And currently haven't met anyone that's not for no-kill. So I would just like to, and also I'd like to see Dr. Kay's on the citizen advisory board also. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Ms. Patty Pittman.
Patty Pittman, 5035 Bruce Drive in Beaumont. I've seen how the spay, neuter, and release works in Beaumont. It does help stop the perpetuation of continuously having a problem. We're always going to have a problem if people don't take care of their animals, but this is a way to kind of help curtail it a little bit, especially those that are feral and aren't able to be adopted, but they're still able to have a quality life and not continuously produce offspring. Second, you need no kill. Animals are huge in America. I went to Greece recently and in Turkey, and they, as a government, take care of their pets. They spay, they reduce, they vaccinate every year, they run amongst the people take care of them, and they don't have a problem. Everybody loves it. And I would like to see America get to that, where we're actually taking care of our animals and allowing them to live and be happy through the spay and release program as well as the no-kill. And the advisory board and the social media aspect of it is huge, because that's where you're getting out to the population continuously, knowing that you have animals available for adoption and showing how they can be a part of your family. So that would help y'all tremendously. Thank you.
Thank you. And then next we have Ms. Mary Fetchin. It's okay. Sorry, Ms. Mary Fetchin.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
Good morning.
Members, excuse me. My name is Mary Fetchin. I have lived at 4409 Memorial for over 50 years now, and my entire time of residing here in Orange, I have been active on animal issues. So I'm just really heartened that the council is taking action to reduce the killing of animals in our family. And as Dr. Case pointed out, that means that 90% of the animals that enter the shelter system come out alive. So that would be, a huge step for us. One of the cornerstones of the no-kill movement is the trap, neuter, and return community cats. They're not necessarily feral cats, and they've resorted to being wild. They're just cats that, you know, are cared for by people who don't consider themselves their owners for one reason or another, but are willing to take care of the cats, and many times have the cats stay at their own expense and then returned and they're fed and cared for and vaccinated and get their usual treatment. Many of them would have a hard time distinguishing from somebody's house cat. They're that well cared for. So that would be huge if we could get the number of unowned cats, dumpster cats. There are probably cats at almost every restaurant, behind almost every restaurant, and at a lot of other different businesses. So if we could implement as a city policy, trap, neuter, return, rather than catch and kill, that would be huge. Catch and kill has not proven to work. Otherwise, there would not be these colonies of cats if that did work. So I think that the no-kill policies have been proven to work. Over half of the bricks and mortar shelters in the country are now no-kill. So a lot of experience has accumulated. We know what works and what doesn't. Dr. Tays is probably the local expert on all that. And I think we're very fortunate in having her spend so much time in our city, time and resources in our city, helping us to, you know, get to being a more humane and compassionate community as far as animals are concerned. So I thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is there anyone else who would like to address the council at this time? If not, we will close citizen comments and we will move to item 5, city announcements, city staff announcements, and city events. Ms. Williams.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. I just wanted to share with you that the Orangetober Festival this weekend turned out amazing. The event surpassed our expectations and we've since received a lot of positive feedback. Jay often excitedly speaks about the resources of the city, and I witnessed just that this weekend. So thank you to all city staff, park staff, and our volunteers who were involved in this event. Thank you to our police department, our fire department for their involvement and assistance. And also thank you to the dynamic duo that I saw this weekend, James Lawrence and Steve Jones, whose presence made a significant difference in our event's success. So up next, our CDB staff will transition to the Gumdrop Shop event that is scheduled to take place on Saturday, December 7th at Stark Park. Thank you.
Great for gumdrops. So before you sit down, I do want to say thank you to you as well. I know you didn't mention yourself, Brandy Judice, and all the staff. I know Mr. Zito and everybody that was out there, Uncle Steve, and so police, fire. Thank y'all for what y'all did. And the awesome part for me is, I spoke about this earlier in the EDC real quick, but knowing the team that originally had this idea to bring about a pavilion, then we had our team here, CBB, that put together, I know Hillary and Brandy and Lee had the idea. And
This was Hillary's idea.
yes, and to see it all come to fruition. And then this weekend, I had people who aren't from here. It's always people who aren't from here that appreciate what you have. And they came in from Baton Rouge and they were like, every time we come here, y'all have something better, something that looks even nicer than before. And that really made me, so proud because we have a wonderful team here. So thank you to all of you. With that being said, I'd like everyone to look at the screen. So of course, when we do these events, we always find room for improvement. So I want to give a shout out to Mr. Zito and to everyone that recently installed the lights that you might have seen that night that were along the food alley where that was. And so that provides more lights and more security for the families, the children running around. But then we also talked with Ms. Williams and Ms. Clary and then Ms. Gravitt, and they came up with some ideas as far as changing some of the patterns of what we were doing there. There was an issue where a child was almost hit by a vehicle. And so that main entrance that we use right now, We were talking in the office, and I was like, we need to find a way to make it look something with an official entryway, but then maybe even turn that into pedestrian only, where there are no cars coming through there because it's dark, it's hard to see. And so we wanted to show you this, like maybe this is a future thing for us to do at the front entryway to the pavilion. But I'm also proud because I would like to find a way for us to have a small committee put together for the pavilion so that we can figure out what are y'all seeing, what are you learning, what can we improve, and then let's design it and make that better. Because I would much rather make a committee, get it all figured out before something happens to a child. And that's something we can't get back. So thank you for all that y'all are doing, and I look forward to Gumdrop Shop because I love Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, on to item 6, consent agenda. We have August 6th, 2024, Planning and Zoning Commission meeting minutes. Do I have September 10th, 2024, Orange Economic Development Corporation meeting minutes, and September 24th, 2024, regular City Council meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a motion and a second? Mr. Burge?
Aye.
Ms. Hennigan?
Aye.
Mr. Childs?
Aye.
Ms. Salter?
Aye.
Ms. McKenna?
Aye.
A motion passes. Item 7A, consider an ordinance amending certain portions of Appendix A, Section 11.100 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Orange, Texas, pertaining to utility service rates and charges. The first reading was September 24th, 2024. Ms. Zito.
Yes, Mayor. So in the budget, we know that our city infrastructure and water and sewer lines are old and we need to repair them. So it was decided to have a 2% increase in the water-only portion of the water bill. And so that's roughly on a base bill about 25 cents. And if you have 1,000 gallons after that, it's 6 cents per 1,000 gallons after your base bill. So it's a minimal increase, but it's enough to help our water and sewer fund have a little bit more funds for all the repairs that they can have.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from Ms. Zito? Okay, if not, do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a motion and a second? Ms. McKenna? Ms. Salter?
Aye.
Mr. Childs?
Aye.
Ms. Hennigan?
Aye.
Mr. Burge?
Aye.
A motion passes. Item 7B, consider an ordinance amending certain portions of Appendix A of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Orange, Texas, pertaining to garbage and trash collection services. The first reading was September 24th of 2024. Ms. Zito.
Yes, so we're in year 2 of our new waste management contract. It's a 5-year contract, and to keep the cost down, because they have many clauses in their contract to allow them surcharges and rate hikes and all kinds of things, it was negotiated to be a 6.5 increase for 5 years. So instead of them coming to us every year and wanting 20 plus increase, we negotiated for a 5-year contract, 6.5% each year. So we have to pass this on to the citizens. We don't make any money off of our waste management contract. We just pass on the increase so that we can break even.
Okay. Any questions or comments from Ms. Zito? If not, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Can we have a motion and a second? Mr. Burge?
Aye.
Ms. Hennigan?
Aye.
Mr. Childs?
Aye.
Ms. Salter? Ms. McKenna?
Aye.
A motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Zito. Item 7C, consider an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orange, Texas, amending Chapter 10, Traffic Control, Section 10.2201, School Zones Designated of the City of Orange Code of Ordinances to regulate the designation of school zones on state-maintained Highway FM 1130 in the City of Orange, Orange County, Texas, providing a severability clause, repealing all other ordinances in conflict with this ordinance, providing a penalty clause, providing an effective date, and other matters. The first reading was September 24th of 2024. Ms. Floyd.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. This is the second hearing for the city to adopt an ordinance to extend the existing school zone limits on FM 1130 at Little Cypress Junior High School by approximately 650 feet to the north. Little Cypress Junior High School requested this extension, and TxDOT requires an ordinance from the city before implementation. And just a reminder, the speed limit within the school zone won't change. It's just what it is.
Any questions or comments? Definitely want to make sure the babies are safe, so I'll make a motion.
Second.
Can we have a motion and a second? Ms. McKenna?
Aye.
Ms. Salter?
Aye.
Mr. Childs?
Aye.
Ms. Hennigan?
Aye.
Mr. Burge?
Aye.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Motion passes. On to item 7D. Consider an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orange, Texas, amending the City of Orange Code of Ordinances, Chapter 12, Planning and Zoning by adding Article 12.5000, itinerant vendors located on properties owned by a governmental entity or a political subdivision of the state of Texas, repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance to the extent of such conflict, providing a severability clause, providing a penalty clause, providing an effective date, and other matters. Mr. Nall.
Currently, itinerant vendors can only locate in an area that is zoned in the commercial zoning district. They're not allowed in residential or industrial zoning districts. So what this ordinance would do would allow itinerant vendors to locate on any government property or political subdivision of the state of Texas if that property owner, allows them to. So they still have to comply with the itinerant vendor permits, and if there's snow cone machine, they still have to comply with the snow cone vendor ordinance and everything. But what this does is just gives more flexibility to the schools or to the college, to the city, to the county, whoever. If an itinerant vendor wanted to set up on their property and that entity was okay with it, and then that entity could draft their own rules as well as the city ordinances to regulate, hours, or if they want to charge a fee or whatever.
So you're saying we could possibly see taco trucks in front of City Hall?
Possibly.
All right, here we go. I'm good. I'll make a motion. We have a motion and a second. Mr. Burge, Ms. Hennigan, Mr. Childs, Ms. Salter, Ms. McKenna. All right, motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Nall. Thank you for always being a step ahead, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, item 8A. Consider a resolution approving an EDC infrastructure grant agreement with Orange Spinning Wheel Holding, LLC, Red's Liquor, 6928B, Highway 87, Orange, Texas, 77632, in an amount not to exceed $80,000. Ms. Bradley.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. So just a little background about the project. The Orange Spinning Wheel LLC, or Orange Spinning Wheel Holding LLC, is over just in front of the former Spinning Wheel skating rink. So there is a new plaza that's being built, the Red's Plaza, that will have the Red's Liquor Store, a donut shop, and then one more storefront that will be able to be leased that some other type of business will go in that will be told at a later date. So it is a $1.5 estimated $1 million capital investment, an $80,000 incentive was approved, and a public hearing was held on the latter part of July. So we've met the 60-day waiting period. We now have the agreement available to you all. So upon this approval, we will bring it for signatures, and the construction's moving.
Awesome. Any questions or comments from Ms. Bradley? Yes, ma'am.
Are they tearing down the spinning wheel?
No, Mr. Cheney still owns that property as well, and then this is being built in the front of that property where it's kind of just a lot that's right there, and I think there's a silicone stand and some other things. So that'll be built in front of the former skating rink.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. McKenna. Ms. Salter. Mr. Childs. Ms. Hennigan. Mr. Burge. Okay, motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Bradley. Item 8B, consider a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Mike Beach, PE Consulting Services, and for professional consulting services for the preparation of an ISO pre-survey and assistance with the City of Orange ISO inspection in the amount of $46,500. Chief Bilbo.
Yeah, good morning. So it's that time again. We have used Mike Beach 2 other times. Back in 2003, he took us from a PPC rating of 5 to a 3. And then in 16, he took us from a 3 to a 2. For us to get to a 1, we're going to need more fire stations, more personnel, lots of money. So 2's kind of that's where we're comfortable. He is truly a force multiplier. He's one of these guys. He can come in. He knows the system. He knows how to do it. He's going to go to dispatch. He's going to go code enforcement, public works, and of course, he's done the city well. And he's done all the other cities well. He does Port Arthur. I don't know if he does Omaha. There's quite a few in the area that he does. we would really like to have him back down here in order to move this process.
Yes, sir.
Because ISO's going, they were on an 8 to 10 year inspection schedule, now they're trying to do every 5.
So, but thank you also, thank you for all that you do and for all of the department does to keep us at that 2. Because with what we do have, that just shows that you're operating at an excellent level to keep us at that 2, which also allows homeowners to receive discounts on home insurance and things of that nature in the city as well. So thank you for y'all's service to our community. Do I have any questions for Chief Bilbo? We have a motion.
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. Mr. Burge, Ms. Hennigan, Mr. Childs, Ms. Salter, Ms. McKenna. A motion passes. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Item 8C, consider a resolution awarding a contract to Sky Wonder Pyrotechnics in the amount of $35,000 to host a fireworks show for the 4th of July celebration. Ms. Williams.
So Mayor and Council, this expenditure is a general government city council line item. So subject to your approval, we will execute the agreement with Sky Wonder for the July 4th fireworks show in 2025.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Williams? Any comments?
Ready for fireworks.
Ready for
Bring it
fireworks.
on.
I know last year it was amazing. Like everybody that was here was excited. And I think it was like 17 minutes. 17-minute show. So definitely worth it. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. McKenna, Ms. Salter, Mr. Childs, Ms. Hennigan, Mr. Burge. A motion passes. Thank you, Ms. Williams. On to item 9A. Consider a motion appointing/reappointing resident to the Orange Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors for a 2-year term with specified dates of October 8th, 2024 through September 30th of 2026. Mr. Trahan.
Yes, so Mayor and Council, if I may, let me just share a few comments, and then Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you so you can take them one at a time. So this is the time of year whenever we look at appointments, and as the agenda specifies, there are 2 resident appointments that we need to consider, but there are also 2 council member appointments that we need to consider. So from a resident standpoint, just to mention the names that are included in your agenda packet: George Mortimer, also Tremina Horn, and then we have Sarah Brown, Marquetta James, Kimberly Manning, and then Benny Rhodes. So what I'll do is turn it over to you, Mayor, and if we will, we'll take those resident appointments one at a time. And then from a council member perspective, when we get to those 2, it's that time of year whenever we consider council member appointments as well. The mayor, by position of chief elected official, always serves on the EDC Board of Directors. And then there are 2 council member positions to make a total of 3, and then 4 resident positions outside of those 3. So Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you, and I'll be available to answer any questions that any of you may have.
Okay. All right, so let's go to the board now. Do we have a motion for one of those names? Okay. We have a motion and a second for George Mortimer, Mr. Burge, Ms. Hennigan, Mr. Childs, Ms. Salter, Ms. McKenna. Okay, George Mortimer, congratulations on another term. All right, item 9B. Consider a motion appointing, reappointing resident blank to the Orange Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors for a 2-year term with specified dates of October 8th, 2024 through September 30th, 2026. Mr. Trahan.
Okay, so same situation. Now that Mr. Mortimer has been appointed, the remaining resident appointees could be considered Tremina Horn, Sarah Brown, Marquetta James, Kimberly Manning, and Benny Rhodes.
I would nominate Kimberly Manning. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for Kimberly Manning. Okay, Ms. McKenna.
Aye.
Ms. Salter.
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Childs. Ms. Hennigan.
Aye.
Mr. Burge. Okay, motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Trahan. On to item 9C. Consider a motion appointing, reappointing council member blank to the Orange Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors for a 2-year term with specified dates of October 8th, 2024 through September 30th, 2026. Mr. Trahan.
Yes, so Mayor, we have 2 council member positions. We'll take them one at a time, subject to a motion, second, a formal vote. So I'll turn it back over to you, Mayor.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I'd like to nominate Mary McKenna.
Okay. We have a motion from Mary McKenna. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Ms. McKenna, you gonna vote for yourself?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Salter?
Aye.
Mr. Childs?
Aye.
Ms. Hennigan?
Aye.
Mr. Birch? Okay, motion passes. On to item 9D, consider a motion appointing, reappointing Councilmember Blank to the Orange Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors for a 2-year term with specified dates of October 8, 2024 through September 30th, 2026. Mr. Trahan.
Yeah, so one more appointment to make from you as a council, and then we set.
Okay.
I'll turn it back over to you.
All right.
I would nominate Caroline.
Okay, we have a motion for Caroline. We have a second.
Second.
Okay, we have a second. All right, Mr. Birch.
Aye.
Ms. Hennigan.
Aye.
Mr. Childs.
Aye.
Ms. Salter. Ms. McKinley.
Aye.
All right, motion passes. Congratulations to you too. All right, on to item 9E, discussion regarding the City of Orange Animal Control initiating a volunteer program. Mayor Pro Tem, Mr. Birch.
A couple years ago, I kept paying attention to all of this on social media about all the animals, and I'm an animal lover myself, so there's a couple people like Ms. Kay's mentioned, Tracy James. She is so much out there and trying to save the lives of all these animals, and I pay attention to her. And so a couple years ago, I got with the mayor and said, what can we do, and how can we pay more attention to the lives of these animals in our city? And so that's when we began to look at these different things that's happening, like the volunteer program. I think West Orange has one, West Orange Animal Shelter, and Beaumont, and all these. And so that's what got my interest, was seeing all of this. Because social media, you see everything. You see everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. And then citizens started, that are real good friends with Tracy, started getting out there and trying to rescue dogs that are these trees and that are abused. And so I thought that our volunteer program will give, once we build it and develop it, the volunteers will go in there and give those animals in there a better quality of life. And so that's what I was after. And that's then she begins to come to council and educate us on what's going on around the country and the need. We already knew there was a need. So that's what got me, really paying attention to all this. So I think we need to put a volunteer program in. We need to build it. I'm not sure how that will happen. But,
So maybe we can, since we have a lot of information that we've received from Ms. Kays and the group that is here today, if whoever else, the other cities that have a volunteer program, if we can look at the structure of how they do it so that we can discuss it and figure out what's best for our community, and we can go from there. I know that I don't really know anything about a volunteer program after that, but we're here to listen and we want to figure it out. The biggest part that we do want to sit down and talk about it. We need to make sure that we're doing it in a way that is supported by the council and by staff, because at the end of the day, it's a volunteer program, but the people who work in the shelter are team members of the city staff. And so we got to make sure we're doing everything right and not overstepping, because we're not even allowed to walk into a department and say, you're doing this today. And so we got to make sure we set all the boundaries and make sure everything's legit, and then we can move from there. So I guess we can get with that group and figure out and see who all has a volunteer program and then work from there to get one initiated here.
Well, Mayor, if you would, why don't you let the staff work on that so that we can reach out and kind of see what we can develop for our city.
Yes.
Yeah. Because again, as you mentioned, the volunteers would supplement what the city's doing, not vice versa. So
Gotcha.
let us handle that first if you don't mind.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and I know I do want to apologize to Ms. Kays and the group, because I know y'all might it took us a while to get here. This budget season has been one that I've never seen in my 12 years of being a part of this. And then we've had all other kind of things we're not going to talk about right now that we've been trying to fix. But now that we got through all of those things, now we can make sure we address this. So thank you for your patience, and please know that we do care, and we will get this addressed in our community. Okay, next we have item 9F, discussion regarding the City of Orange starting a trap neuter release program. Councilmember Salter.
Yes. Thank you, Mayor. My take on it is the trap, neuter, and release. This is something I think that we should do. There are pros and cons to everything, no matter what you do. But after much research, I found that over time that the trap, neuter, and release would be less expensive than euthanizing our animals. The bottom line, the pros really do outweigh the cons. It's humane for us to do this. It shows that we care about our animals in the city. It shows that we are being responsible with our taxpayers' money, because we are able to take that money that we were using to euthanize our animals, and we are able to use that for other causes and save the animal lives. We can also relieve some of the stress off of the animal control department, because it cannot be an easy thing to kill an animal. I mean, we have so many unwanted feral and regular cats, because many times people can no longer take care of their animals and they just release them. They'd rather release them than to kill them. And so we don't want to turn around and just kill our animals. That has to be so hard. They're living creatures, God's animals. And so we want to be humane in doing these things, making good decisions. So I think the best thing is to trap, neuter, and release. I mean, who hadn't seen stray animals outside? I mean, I take care of them. I buy cat food. I have a little cat, but I just cannot see other animals going without. So my heart is for the animals. And so I spend so much extra money on them, but I'd rather spend it on that one, and it don't create 20 more for me to have to pay for. So I just think it's just a good thing. I think, well, it just outweighs. It's humane. We have less cats we have to worry about. And I didn't know until I saw the research that cats can really cause a lot of damage as well. Not just the noise that we hear that's keeping people up, and but they do actually cause property damage, and I do not know that they do so much damage. So if we can just keep the population down, and I think it will be a great thing. So thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, we will move on to item 9G, discussion regarding the City of Orange adopting a no-kill ordinance for the City of Orange Animal Control Department. And so on that one, just as the one before, as Ms. Salter brought up and as Mayor Pro Tem brought up, discussion regarding the City of Orange adopting a no. Do we have any comments from the council on that? Okay. I think it's something that we definitely need to move to. My only question is when you have a no-kill, if I may ask one quick question. So even if we do a no-kill, other cities that have this no-kill, but that does that still pertain to, like, let's just say, heaven forbid, like a dog was ran over and it's crushed and it's like still alive, and they have to go and rescue the animal. Does that still apply to a situation like that in other cities, or what happens in that situation?
Well, by striving to go no-kill, a lot of these other programs, the volunteer, the social media, a donation program through the city, all of those things can be implemented under the hope that you are striving toward no-kill. And your animal advisory board is very strong in making the different recommendations in the programs. And you have, which I've brought before, like the City of Beaumont implemented a lot of things. It's not that it's an ordinance per se saying we will be no-kill. It's more that you're striving toward that, and it sets up a lot of these other policies underneath it. But by having a trap, neuter, release program, you save so many more animals that it improves your numbers for no-kill.
Yes,
The exact incident you're talking about, that's why no-kill is still called 90%. There's certain animals that you really can't justify saving, but there's behaviorally too sometimes. But by having rescues that know that they've been vaccinated or whatever, you'll find when you put that on social media that it has a broken leg, you're gonna get massive donations to save it. And your donations will probably pay, or they'll have pledges enough that a rescue will come pull that dog and save its life. But you have to have the volunteer program, and you have to have the statement that we are striving for no kill. We're gonna make that extra effort to put this on social media.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
They all kind of work hand in hand to build up a whole situation that improves everything.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. Okay, so with that being said, after those three discussions, we will ask staff to please move forward with helping us initiate a volunteer program, a trap neuter release program, and establishing the city adopting a no-kill ordinance. Okay, there is no vote to be taken on those three items, and so we will move to item. But once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your time and for your expertise. On to item 10, city manager report.
Yeah, Mayor, Council, good morning. Just to remind everybody, I will be out of office this week, Wednesday through Friday, for the DML conference in Houston. And also, I would like to say thanks to Jay Trahan and his professionalism in handling our Orange County EDC. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Joe. Great job, Jay. Okay, so starting with city council report, Ms. Sullivan.
Well, I just want to thank you guys and thank everyone for being here. And that's pretty much it. I don't have much to say.
Okay. Mr. Burke.
I want to thank you, animal lovers that are adamant about saving lives, and I also want to thank the people in the city for the Oktoberfest. I have parent duty this weekend, so I didn't get to enjoy it, but I heard nothing but good things about it, as usual. So, kudos.
Great job on Orange Oktoberfest. I know people that drove to Dallas to hear that headliner guy sing Friday night, and they could have just come that morning on Saturday. That was awesome. And thank y'all so much for your efforts. Definitely support it.
Mr. Jones.
On behalf of the LCM Lions Club, I want kudos to the staff for Orange Oktoberfest. We brought a new revenue stream to our club that's much needed. We do much around the community, eyeglasses, ramps for handicap, and without that second revenue stream, money has been getting tighter. And at one time on Saturday night, I saw as many people at Orange Oktoberfest as I saw at Bassmasters. So kudos to y'all.
Thanks for y'all coming over and helping us out with our animals. We love our animals, and we want to keep that going as far as we can. And to the city, all of us and all of y'all, Orange Oktober was spectacular. It was through the roof. You know, I live about 2 blocks from there, and I want to tell you, traffic was heavy, so it was a good problem. So thank y'all for that, and I want to thank the good Lord for sparing us from another hurricane, and I do pray for the people of Florida.
Yep, once again, thank you to everyone that is here today. Thank you for your support and the work that we're continuing to bring about to our community. Like Ms. Ennigan just said, some people drove to Dallas, paid for gas, food, lodging, and ticket prices, and we had the same guy here for free. And so, but that's what it's all about, bringing families together. And thank you to DeMar for making sure I had water and BC powder on Saturday night. The mayor had a good time, and that's what I need to do every now and again. So we had a good time, and as Ms. McKenna just said, I made a post this morning asking everyone to come together and pray. Our community has been so blessed, so covered over the years, where sometimes it really burns my nerves when you see people go, "Oh man, I'm so glad it's not coming here. Feel sorry, you know, I hate what's going to happen." But it's like, let's just pray for it to go dissipate and to weaken and to not hurt anyone, because I believe it was like at 175 miles an hour, and it's supposed to get stronger. I don't know if I've ever heard of one that fast before, and so that's loss of life level right there. So let's pray for them. And with that being said, let's adjourn to closed executive session. Deliberation with city attorney pursuant to chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code. Deliberation with legal counsel, bargaining agreement with the Orange Municipal Police Association, and legal counsel, bargaining agreement with the International Association of Firefighters, local number 1432. At this time, you're welcome to hang out outside and enjoy this below 99-degree weather, and we will reconvene in open session when we're finished. Thank you.
not like that.
All right, we're going to reconvene in open session. Take actions necessary regarding items 11A1. So for as far as the bargaining with the Police Association, staff will move forward with completing the CBA and confirming the agreement between the City of Orange and the Police Department. As far as 11A2, the bargaining with the firefighters, staff at this time will continue to negotiate to reach an agreement. Okay. With that being said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Okay, we have a motion second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.